So I'm gonna try my best not to spoil anything for those of you who haven't seen the movie yet. That's not a promise, but I know no one spoiled it for me, so I want to extend that courtesy to the rest of you out there. Alright, that's out of the way then, let's get down to business. For those playing along at home, it's been a whopping 32 years since Return of the Jedi and the original trilogy that wrote the book on science fantasy and took pop culture by storm. It's also been 10 years since the final prequel movie, and you know what, this is a happy video, so the less said about them the better. For a minute there in nerd culture, it seemed like a pipe dream to ever dare think we could possibly ever see another Star Wars movie, let alone see a movie that would be any good. But in October 2012, the Mouse House came a-knocking and forked over $4 billion to buy the keys to the galaxy far, far away. And now in 2015, smack dab in the Christmas season, director J.J. Abrams, a man who already got a kick at the Star Trek can, a man known for both his attention to detail as well as his uncanny ability to emulate the styles of other directors, has joined forces with Empire scribe Lawrence Kasdan to give us Star Wars Episode VII: The Force Awakens. Taking place 3 decades after the events of the OG trilogy, the universe is threatened by the First Order, a group of dastardly villains who grew out of the ashes of the old Empire. When a droid carrying important information to the Resistance is lost on the desert planet of Jakku, new heroes will need to rise to the occasion and get the droid to its destination. Those heroes include Oscar Isaac, an actor who has been poised for very big things for a long time now as Poe Dameron, BB-8's handler and an ace pilot for the Resistance, who quickly gets in over his head before meeting John Boyega's Finn, a former trooper, which you may already have gathered from the trailers, who has a change of heart and decides to desert the First Order following their wholesale slaughter of the innocent. Now, I've loved Boyega since I first saw him in Attack the Block, and here he really gets to show off his chops. Finn is fun, likable, and yet he carries this real doubt with him. It's also pretty damn clever to make one of the key characters in your new film series a trooper. You know, those guys who are crappy shots, are shown to be completely expendable and get killed off in mass by the good guys. Joining the guys on their journey is Rey, played by Daisy Ridley, a mysterious young girl who survives in the harsh wastelands of Jakku as a savager, quite literally picking over the bones of the last Star Wars. Rey is a super capable mechanic and more than a capable fighter. In fact, she takes quite a few nasty knocks throughout the movie. Her skills even earn her the respect of returning Harrison Ford as Han Solo, as well as Chewbacca. Where did she come from? What is her destiny? Where does she fit in the greater scheme of the Star Wars universe? Well, we get plenty of hints, but we're never exactly told. You see, that's the thing about The Force Awakens as a movie. It's not interested in giving you all the answers right away. They want this to be a trilogy, and seeing as this movie sold about $100 million just in pre-tickets, I see no reason why it won't be. So don't be shocked if you leave the theater not totally knowing what certain people's deals are. Like, what's Supreme Leader Snoke's deal, or who are the Knights of Ren even? And speaking of Ren, which I was, special note should be given to the movie's villain, Kylo Ren, played by Adam Driver. While Force Awakens' greatest strength is no doubt in its characters and actors, Ren is by far the most shining star. A truly layered and conflicted bad guy who you're scared of one second and kinda sympathetic towards in the next. He's a bundle of emotions, prone to full-on Force temper tantrums. In many ways, he's everything Anakin Skywalker probably should have been in the prequels. I would love to say more, but I dare not spoil one of at least 2 really killer twists The Force Awakens has to offer. Now, a lot has already been made about how this new movie saw the return of such OG trilogy staples as models, puppets, and practical effects. Trust me when I say these all look great. Gone is the cold, sterile environments of the prequel trilogy, and back is the real, lived-in feeling worlds that we all came to love. Wow, I'm this far in and I haven't even mentioned my favorite thing yet, and that is the music. When the classic themes kick in, I dare you lifelong Star Wars fans out there not to get just a little bit misty-eyed. In fact, probably more than any other nerd-centric movie I've seen in a very long time, Force Awakens is a film that aims to make you cry like a youngling. Now, some of you out there are probably saying that all sounds well and good, but in the broadest strokes, it also sounds a lot like the plot to A New Hope, just with a shinier coat of paint. And for the first half of the movie, I would have said you were right. We have characters filling the classic types of Han, Luke, and Leia, but then right around Act 2 something amazing happens. A new character comes in and explains why Star Wars has this kind of circular mythos, and in my mind it's probably one of the perfect blank checks I've ever seen to revisit everyone's favorite things. Things like X-Wings on their way to blow up a superweapon, check, A showdown between two characters with more history than you might have thought on a catwalk, check. A final lightsaber duel wherein a person is way more skilled than the other, double check. FY, that final fight in question is at night and in the snow, and it is totally gorgeous, like something plucked out of a classic samurai movie. I'm not gonna lie, I was a super soft sell for this movie. Is it a big expensive fan film? You bet your bantha it is, but more than that, it is the fan film I think we all needed right now. The new actors do great in their roles, as do the old ones returning for some stellar send-offs. Force Awakens is a movie that pretty much checks all the boxes from start to finish. It has action, humor, tons of references for old school fans who bleed blue milk, but also accessible enough for a whole new generation of young kids. I think at the end of the day we can safely say Star Wars is in good, capable hands again with Abrams and the Disney company. And you know what, considering Awakens is not only the start of a new trilogy but also the jumping off point for a brand new series of shared universe Star Wars movies, that is a very, very good thing. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll feel like checking out some more videos I have on offer here at Cape Joel.